5. I don't want to give a countdown. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hey! I should have.
Hey everybody, I'm Judge James,
Judge Evie.
and look, it's living for crits at our appropriate heights.
This is not
And
fair.
Keith is watching the DCC tournament. Look at that. All right, we got a lot of people on. Eric's on, Greg's on, and Keith's on, but Keith isn't watching.
Can you move this down?
No, you can't. Doesn't do that.
Can you move the camera down?
What? So while we're this is wait stop. This is Living for Crits, and welcome to the Dungeon Tavern. Together, Judge Evie and I are the most popular and longest running father-daughter tabletop role-playing game show. Woo! And welcome to our tavern. And right now, we are actually in Gathertown on Spawn of Cyclops Con as Judge Evie. So Judge Evie, why don't you explore? Judge Evie is going to explore right now, and we're going to talk about like how awesome it is that we're at Spawn of Cyclops Con. If you go near someone, so you haven't seen this, and we're going to talk more about this on the show. What? Well, David Beatty is red. He can't hear you.
Oh, that's good.
If you haven't seen this thing, it's pretty amazing. Wait, you won't even go near the people?
I'm so scared.
What is up with you?
I'm gonna go down here.
So Evie's walking around Gathertown right now, and I guess this is how the show is going to roll at the moment. She has not been on this before. This is her first time going on there.
No, I've watched you.
But this is our Spawn of Cyclops Con edition, and what an amazing weekend it's been for everyone. It's been It's been like so much fun. We've had such a really, really good time at the convention, talking to everybody, hanging out with. We saw Keith there. That was really cool. We got to sing to Keith, which was kind of weird, but awesome. It was just a really, really good time this weekend, and I think it's the closest experience that I've had to an in-person convention since pre-COVID. So we thought we'd do this show like this with Evie kind of exploring. She's live and she has the mic on, so if she goes near someone, they're gonna hear us streaming. She's running. She's running away from everyone right now in Gathertown. This is
what I do in normal conventions. It's not any different.
What? Who was that? Is that Mad Alice?
Yeah.
I don't know who Mad Alice is, but you went over. There's people over there. You can see
who's
on. You can see who's on.
Do I know anybody?
I don't know. I mean, the folks you know aren't on. You would recognize a lot of these people, but
I don't know any of these people.
Just explore, walk around. So let's move into Judge Evie Presides.
Oh,
Judge
thank goodness. Oh, there's a people there. No,
what? What? I just walked past everybody. There we go. We went past Artist Alley.
I'm so scared.
You know?
Oh, keep going down.
Wait. Keith's gonna come into the room. We are right now set up between the two stairwells. Just in a dancing mood, dancing thing. Go ahead and read the. This has been great. We've had such a good time with this. It's been so much fun. All right, so Judge Evie Presides. This is the part of the show where if you want to send us questions, you send them to dccjudgeevie@gmail.com, and then she answers them telling you how much she doesn't play DCC.
More than you this year.
I think that is true, actually. You play more than me this year. Thank you.
Anyway, this is from Brian. Yeah, if Anne gets near me.
And this is Brian who played with me today, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Normal Brian.
Yes. This is awesome. Awesome game today.
Okay, it says, "Good evening, judges. Hope you had a great Spawn of Cyclops Con this past weekend." Okay, this is question number 1. Following up on the Criminal Minds discussion last week, when you run a game with mysteries or puzzles, how much do you expect the players to find the answers as themselves, and how much do you allow them to discover through skill checks, etc., depending on intelligence, wisdom, insight, etc., of the characters? The characters could be more capable or less capable. than the actual players at trying to solve the parts of the game?
This is a great question that kind of shows one of the downsides to what 3rd edition Dungeons and Dragons and subsequent editions did to the game. I remember in 2nd edition days and days prior, whether you want to call them old school or not, those games really were, when you had a puzzle in front of you, it was up to the players to figure their way around the dungeon. I remember an adventure called Ex Libris that was in Dungeon Magazine that had moving pieces of the dungeon that moved as you explored. You had to figure out how that dungeon maneuvered. It wasn't so easy as just making a search check, perception check, what you want to call it, knowledge arcana check to figure things out. You as players had to actually. What are you doing? You're just running. You're just running away.
No.
So I think it's.
No, get away from me. Leave me alone.
What are you afraid of other people for?
I don't know. I froze.
So I personally, in my games, I don't mind giving.
I'm gonna run to this private
I don't
space.
mind giving clues when it comes to puzzles based. Oh, you're outside now.
What did I do?
You got stuck outside. I don't mind giving clues based on intelligence checks or search checks, perception checks, whatever the game system is. Even in games that have skill-based systems, I do play skill-based games, but I don't like it to be the way the puzzle is solved.
Can I sit on this chair? What's I'm gonna do?
Judge Evie, next question. Good question, Brian.
I didn't answer the question.
Okay, then you answer it.
Oh yeah, get away from me. Run away. Run away.
Answer the question.
Oh, okay. They're coming back. They're coming back.
Answer the question.
Wait. So like, how long until you like give them help, right?
You answer. Oh, you want to answer
Yeah.
it? What's going on, Dr. Moggs? We are currently at Spawn of Cyclops Con right now, the online gaming convention, and we are in Gathertown in Spawn of Cyclops Con. So this is Judge Evie's avatar in the convention hall, okay? So, but the thing is, Evie hasn't been over here, and this is pretty cool. When you go near people, you can hear them talking. Wait, watch. Here, we'll do it. Hold on. Watch. So we looked and we saw people. Look at that. It's pretty cool. So, but Evie's not used to this, so it scares the crap out of Evie. I ran off. All right, anyway, answer your question.
Oh.
I want to have this thing done at 9:30 so you can move to the next segment.
Okay, so essentially, if you just if the people don't figure out on themselves, and then it's making it really boring, and they're stuck, and it's really sad to watch them, then you
So the players,
them.
If the players are pathetic, they're pathetic, then you should help them.
Yeah.
Nice. Next question.
I'm literally scared of this thing.
Why are you scared? It's really cool. It's Keith. It's just Keith.
It's
just Keith. It's just Keith. It's just this Keith. It's the same Keith.
Okay. I'm just gonna read the next question now.
Look, you're talking to him here. It's Mutazoid Keith, and it's regular Keith. Why are you freaking out? Stop freaking out. Just do the thing. Just read the question. Just read the question.
Okay.
Here, I'm gonna mute it because I'm getting the feedback from Keith, I think. Read the question. Read the question.
Oh.
All right, go ahead. Read the question.
Okay. What are you doing?
I'm just putting Judge Evie and then parentheses living for crits.
Say we're live or something, okay? So we're not running around I don't know.
All right, so now I've got it saying. Now it says. There it is. It says right there. It is Judge Evie, living for crits, and then Keith. All right, read the next question.
Okay.
Also from Brian.
What voice should I do in this time?
Whatever voice you want. That's not you squealing and screaming that you're on camera.
Okay. All this talk of the expense got me back to reading and enjoying the series books. And
got me thinking about Starship Combat and RPGs. How have you run Starship Combat in your games? And are there any particular systems/methods you found to work well? Cheers, Brian.
I have not had a lot of luck in my my gaming career with Starship Combat yet. I'm hoping to change that as we do a little bit more gaming with Alternity. Is there tea coming?
Oh my goodness.
I think tea is coming. Is this tea?
Where's this Ridley? That rhymes.
Hey, there's tea here.
Hey. Oh, okay.
Tea delivery.
Okay.
Oh, and Ridley's
okay.
here.
Have
Hi, Ridley.
regular
Ooh,
tea.
regular tea.
And regular reheated tea.
Nice.
Yay!
And Ridley's
Oh, wait,
here.
you can dink.
Can dink. Here we go.
No.
Oh, in front of that camera?
Yeah, with Keith. See?
Oh, we're dinking with Keith. Hey!
Oh, you can dink.
We dinked with Keith. That was awesome. Again, this is so cool. But I when I've done space combat, I've typically done it with with very simple systems such as Cypher system, where it's really kind of, I don't say it's dumbed down, but it's very simplistic. But again, I hope to change that with Alternity. I've done chases. And I usually just the vehicle moves when the driver moves, which is probably what I'll do with vehicle combat and space combat. We had a really good chase scene today in our Neon Knights game, and Ridley is right here.
He's gonna get on my
He's
pants.
right here.
I can't move.
He's like, doesn't want to move.
I
Dr.
can't.
Moggs has a question.
Oh.
I have a question, non-train related. I'm looking to build my own dungeon adventure module. Give me your top 20 tips for creating my own dungeon, please. Top 20 tips? And we're trying to finish by 9:14. I'll give you my top 3 tips. You give some of your, what are your top 3 tips for designing a dungeon?
Do it like 5 minutes before your actual game. That always works.
What a good idea. Okay, next tip.
Just like scribble on a piece of paper and then go off of that. Works pretty great. And use sticky notes.
My tips for creating a dungeon: number 1, think about the ecology of the dungeon. Why is everything down there? Like, if you enter through a 10-foot doorway and you're in a 500 by 500-foot chamber and there's a dragon there with no way to get out, you're definitely like an old school D&D module. So, or that's not that well written. So I would say, hey, that needs to be thought up. Like, why is everything down in the dungeon? A couple good resources for that. If you like old school video games, you can play Ultima Underworld. You can get on Good Old Games, which is a really wonderful. Ultima Underworld 2 are both fantastic. They're old. They're from the early 90s. It gives you a great sense of what the dungeon is about. Like, it's a living environment. Things are living in that dungeon. The second event, and also to another tip for that, a great book. And yeah, I'm gonna plug more Goodman games. I love them, but it has helped me. Is the Dungeon Alphabet. So the Dungeon Alphabet is a system neutral guide, so take a look at it. Second tip for creating dungeons is, think if you're doing a real dungeon, dungeons are about like torture and horrors and stuff. So then maybe do some reading about how medieval dungeons were designed. Think about having things about this wall is a secret door because the other side is someone who is immured, someone who was like walled in, and that's what you find. Maybe you find an oubliette, which is a chamber where someone is forgotten and dropped down this pit never to escape, and maybe that's the area you go through. So think about real torture things that were involved in dungeons, but from real medieval times. And the third thing is, it's your friggin' dungeon. So you can ignore all of everything we just said and just put some fantastical crap in there.
That's true.
So anyway, that was a great question, though, Dr. Moggs.
Comment.
Got a comment? What's the comment?
I'm reading.
What? Don't stop me from talking for you to read the comments. Next question. Great question.
That's all the questions.
Oh, and there's no rap today. I will say, Greg, one thing we did today on Friday in Spawn Cyclops Con was we sung your rap live in a little bit of a karaoke area that we made up ourselves. Let's talk about Spawn Cyclops Con, okay?
Okay.
Because we're in there, And Evie's not even walking around. She's not interested in doing it.
Okay, I'll walk around.
So we showed a little bit of what the thing is.
Oh, okay.
And I have to say, and I made this in a tweet, and I'm being completely honest here. Goodman Games has changed the entire nature of the game when it comes to online conventions. Like, no joke, no question. Yes, Dr. Moggs, Spawn of Cyclops Con is online, okay? And it was this weekend. And this is their third Cyclops Con. There was Cyclops Con last April, I believe it was. In the late summer, early fall, I think it was, there was Bride of Cyclops Con. And this is Spawn of Cyclops Con. And the difference of Spawn of Cyclops Con is earth-shattering, what this con has done. Because they have, they've used gather.town /app. They've used this, everyone calls it GatherTown. They use this GatherTown app, and what this does is it allows you to control a little avatar, which you can design, name it whatever you want, dress it up a little bit, and you can explore an image, or explore maps.
They're following me!
And the maps you can explore, in this case, is fanciful art. In this case, is fanciful art drawn by the great Doug Kovacs. And Judge Evie is screaming because she's
I can't get
again,
out.
she's in GatherTown right now, and she's walking around, and she's freaking out, and someone's chasing her.
No,
So-
get away from me! Get away!
This is, you're really making this challenging here, Evie.
I don't know how to get out.
Here, for simplicity's sake, I'm muting your mic. There we go.
I don't want to get out.
But at this point, it's like in the last year, every company or organization or game company that's tried to create or has created an online convention for gaming, for tabletop RPGing, they have, Goodman Games has come back and they've just been like hold my beer. And now you've got, this situation with where it's a fully interactive. You know the way to get out of here? Hit the X button, just escape. If you're uncomfortable, leave.
Do you know who that is?
I don't know who that is.
Stop.
Here, wait. Oh, do this. Watch. Click them. Where's their name?
I don't know.
This. Follow. There we go. All right. Let's talk here. Oh, someone. Look, someone else is following. That's who he is following, I guess. Oh my gosh, someone there. She has no idea who's following. Again, for those of you that don't know, again, who's joined us right now. How many viewers we have? We have 11 viewers. For anyone who doesn't know, this is Judge Evie's first time controlling the avatar in the game, so she doesn't understand how it works. And she's so. We were doing this on Friday. I was the one controlling it. There's people hanging out with us, and you're yelling at them.
I'm not yelling at anybody. I'm just running away from them.
Anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So you're on a Doug Kovacs map, you're talking with friends. When you walk up to someone in this convention, chat windows appear, and you can start hearing them talk as you approach them. And the video quality is pretty darn close to Zoom. I mean, so as you approach them, you can hear them talk. As you walk away, their voices get quieter. So you can go up to a game booth, see the artist or the person selling the game, talk about the product, and then take a portal into their website to go and do some online shopping. Some game companies just takes you right to their link. Studio 9 Publishing, I mean, they take you right to their own map world that's been done. And, they're the folks that did Strange Night, The Pint and Pony, some really wonderful adventures. You can just zoop in and you can do some shopping on their website, come out. We've done so much talking with friends which is something that was sorely missing from online conventions. Most online conventions that I have done up to this point, it's been great. It's been scheduled online games, and there's nothing wrong with that. The first Cyclops Con, just to have been able to talk to people on Discord and have there be this really great, it was something during the midst of the worst parts of the quarantine. That first Cyclops Con was such a big deal for us. But now, with this app, I hope to Crom that we see more of these quarter after quarter, year after year. Because I hope it's not just something we see occasionally. I think this is going to give people the ability to do more online gaming at convention setups. So what did we do at the con? So Friday, Judge Evie, can you tell our viewers what we did Friday at the convention? Because you were really a part of Friday.
What did we do Friday?
Tell the viewers what we did Friday night on the convention.
That was Friday?
That was Friday. No, the singing and stuff?
Yeah.
Friday. Why don't you tell everyone that?
Oh, so basically, we were like, you were upstairs, and you were like, oh my God, come here. I was like, okay, I'll come here. And then you were like, we were just like chilling, we were walking around and we were finding people, and then we were like, we should do some karaoke. And so we went onto the stage, and first we were dancing around trying to find people for your game till like that one
That
song.
didn't work, yeah.
No, yeah, it didn't work.
We were playing with Hadaway's What Is Love?
Yeah.
Like, what is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more.
That's what we were playing. It didn't work. So we went onto the stage and you sang karaoke for people.
I did. I sung a really fun rendition of Bobby Darin's Under the Sea with tie-ins to Isle of Dread. And I threw a lot of shade at Jim Scatch because Jim Scatch used to give me grief online about how you couldn't have karaoke at GaryCon. Yep. So I threw shade.
Now next GaryCon there's going to be karaoke.
And we just did a lot of chatting and hanging out with people. And then yesterday, I ran Neon Knights 2037. So Neon Knights is an adventure by Brendan LaSalle. It is a dungeon crawl classics adventure, but I ran it with the Cyber Sprawl Classics, rules. So it felt like Shadowrun, and adventure went great. We had a real good time yesterday running it in a more straight-laced version, as straight-laced as we could get because some wacky stuff happened. But yesterday's adventure stayed more on the rails. I ran it again this morning, and the game went off the rails completely. To the point where in the end...
bad off the rails?
In the end of the adventure, they met a giant sandworm, and one of the players said, I'm going to start talking to it. And I just was like, let's go with that.
That's what I would do.
Yeah, because there's a couple scenes early on where the players in the adventure, spoiler alert, have a chance to follow some hooks, some adventure hooks to move along in the plot, and they missed them all. So when that happened, I was just like, you know what, off the rails completely. So they did some parlaying with a worm. That was fun. They gave the worm some French fries, and the worm gave them information and a laser rifle. And then later on in the adventure, they fought Mecha Wizard Cyber Ben Franklin in the Franklin Institute in dystopian cyberpunk Philadelphia. What?
You ready?
Okay. What are you doing? Don't do that. Be nice.
I am being nice.
So all in all, it was a really good, it was my only 2 games. I didn't play anything this weekend. I think next con, I'd be more up for doing some playing maybe. But once I found out we could do this and just hang out, honestly, the most important thing I did was just have conversations. So talk to Bob Brinkman and Bruce Cunnington for, an hour yesterday was awesome. To hang out with David Beatty and hear about Weird Frontiers. Dude, Weird Frontiers, the game that was Dark Trails and got retitled, Weird Frontiers is 880 pages.
Yeah.
Like, it is a massive, massive, massive tome. That's to be that thick. I hope it's in 2 books. But I got to hear about Weird Frontiers, and we got to explore all of the stores, and I bought myself a Spawn of Cyclops Con t-shirt. I didn't buy you one, because
yeah,
you didn't do anything in the con.
I'm doing stuff right now. I'm going around and I'm circling people and then I'm running away. See, watch, ready? Hey-oo.
You know, no one else can see you doing that. or no one else there is like...
Hi. Oh, oh. Hey-oo.
Oh my gosh, Evie. But
Oh, there's so many people. Oh, there's so many people.
Anyway, what I do want to leave everyone here with, because we're going to start getting ready for the closing ceremonies here to watch that, is the next time you see a Goodman Games tournament or a convention, whatever, whether it's Cyclops Con 2 or whatever they're going to call it, get in on this convention scene and be a player, be a participant, be a judge, be a volunteer. And don't just do it if you're a DCC fan, because actually Dungeon Crawl Class or Goodman Games, their current Kickstarter I'm going to share in a second, it's for 5e or DCC. There's plenty of stuff out there by Goodman Games right now that's 5e related. So if you're a 5e player, this is really where you're supposed to be, okay? Plus all the cool people are over here. And it's a fun bubble of wonderful, amazing people, which is why we're such a part of the community. I mean, there's a reason we get out here every week, and we talk about lots of games, but the first love for us is still Dungeon Crawl Classics.
Okay.
Let's move on here, okay?
Yep.
Kickstarter shoutouts. Crypt of the Devil Lich by Goodman Games, which is a newfangled old school take on a dungeon crawl. It's out for both Dungeon Crawl Classics and D&D 5th Edition. It's a Kickstarter, so you can opt to get either version or both versions. We're in for the DCC version. It is already funded $45,000 of $10,000 that they needed, so this is going great. Road Crew shoutouts. The next thing is Ethereal GaryCon, which is Thursday, March 25th through Sunday, March 28th. Now that I'm more committed to running more games, I'm going to try to run more demos of games out there. So if anyone is looking to get any gaming with me, keep an eye out on Twitter for me to put some comments out there. Oh no, our video stopped. What are us guys judges of? And also hi from Bobicus. That's a great question. If you don't know what that means. So we're back. In the Dungeon Crawl Classics role-playing game and really old school gaming, the original name for a dungeon master back then was often the judge. The judge was the person that ran the game. So Dungeon Crawl Classics, our game of choice, uses the term judge for a GM or referee or dungeon master. So a lot of people, especially those with giant egos, us pretty much, have no problem, saying just, judge. So, all right. Show Bobicus the cool art. Which cool art? The map? Here, this is where we're at right now. So this is, again, we're still in Gathertown. And, there's David Beatty's stuff over there.
You should walk in.
No, I'm not going to do that. So this is the convention. Online conventions have surely changed in the era of COVID. Hello. And he was running. Look at that.
They said hello.
No, not that. It'll horrify him. Which art you want us to show him? We have lots of art in our room, so I'm not sure which art. There is so much art in here. Our room is full of the art. Anyway, all right, we're gonna wrap things up here. Where to find us online, Judge Evie? Go ahead and tell everybody.
I live for crits on Twitter, living for crits on Instagram, and search living for crits on YouTube.
All right, everybody, be safe, be healthy, be kind to one another. And my outro ASMR is gonna be, what is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. No more.
Okay, I was gonna say, I'm sorry for the person that said hi and I completely ran away from you. Yeah.
We'll be back next Sunday, everybody. Okay? Every Sunday, 9 p.m. Eastern, Living for Crits. We're here. Thank you to all the new viewers tonight. We'll see yous all later. Bye.
Bye.